What are you supposed to do when a rapper shows up for an interview and starts yelling, trying to fight you, or even pulls out a gun? Today we're breaking down the craziest and most disrespectful rap interviews that almost got dangerous. Charleston White is known as one of the most hated dudes in the rap game. He came up in the streets and turned his life around for the better, but Charleston has made a lot of enemies by talking about rappers. In an interview with DJ UTV, Charleston White was talking about King Von and his mom. Charleston didn't think people should feel sorry for Von's mom because Von was allegedly a killer, and he told DJ UTV,
"From the knowledge I got, King Von was a killer. My mama had 2 sons locked up for murder, and my mama let everybody know I'm not in agreement in what my son's done." Alright, but look, so this is what I'm saying. You can't make me care about King Von, my mom.
DJ UTV tried to get Charleston White to calm down, and then Charleston told him that he helped FBG Duck's mom after FBG Duck was killed and can say whatever he wanted.
And I behind me saying, "Hey mama, I done helped him. So somebody else helped him. And I ain't now, could've. So y'all go help him. Since y'all got so much to say, give me back the money then. I ain't have to help now more, you rotten ass. My mama ain't got a bunch of kids that died."
Charleston was getting crazy, but nobody expected this to happen.
Nigga, I don't give a about shit, nigga. I keep going. Going, nigga. Nigga, I keep going, Chicago. Say, homie, you better, nigga, what you got? Man, you better sit down, homie. What you mean what I'm on? Nigga, don't me with a gun in my hand, nigga.
Pulling out a gun and cocking it like that was wild. Luckily, nobody got hurt, and Charleston White ended up calming down, but the situation almost got dangerous over nothing. Baby Low started popping off back in 2020 after he linked up with the Island Boys. The Island Boys were crazy viral back then, so Baby Low was able to get a little clout in the game by hanging around them. The Island Boys had a crazy downfall though, and even kissed each other on camera to get some attention. And when an interviewer named Hood Rich Kevin asked Baby Los about it, the situation almost got deadly. Hood Rich Kevin brought up the video, and it was clear that Baby Los didn't want to be associated with the Island Boys anymore. At first, Baby Los just said to stop mentioning them, but then the situation took a crazy turn, and this happened.
Like, bruh, stop doing that, bruh. Like, this interview ain't about that. Like, it could go down in this interview, bruh. Like, do you want it to go down in this interview? Do you want it to go down, yes or no?
Nah, I feel you, bro. It's good, bro. It's good, bro. You feel me?
Pulling a gun and threatening to shoot someone just over a question is wild, but Baby Los tried to justify it after the clip went viral. Baby Los said that he had already warned Hood Rich Kevin not to speak about the Island Boys, and that's why he upped the strap.
But if you literally watched the last interview before that, I told him, stop speaking on them. Them dudes went rainbow. Why would I want to be associated? So in the recent interview that y'all clearly see that's going viral, he wanna ask me about them. Like, fam, I just told you, don't.
Upping the strap during an interview got Baby Los a lot of hate online, but fans were really worried about this next rapper who puked all over the place during his No Jumper interview. Lil Dump is a rapper affiliated with NBA Youngboy. Going on No Jumper usually gives rappers a little boost in the industry, but after what went down in the interview, everyone was just worried about Lil Dump's health. Adam22 was in the middle of asking Lil Dump a question, and then this happened.
Anything in particular stand out?
Nobody could believe what just went down. Adam22 didn't know what to do and just sat there for a while. But then, Lil Dump came back to finish the interview. A lot of people thought Lil Dump was drunk or high, and that's why he threw up. But when Adam22 asked him about it, Lil Dump just said,
"What just happened?"
Something deep in life that, you know.
Lil Dump was just rambling and not making any sense. So Adam22 asked him if he was drunk. According to Lil Dump though, he was stone sober. But then when Adam22 asked if Lil Dump was trying to get sober, Lil Dump said,
"You trying to get clean? You trying to get clean?
Get clean?
Off of some other?"
Yeah, type at the same time, but.
What is it, perks?
If I'm trying to get clean, I mean, nothing.
Fans were worried about Lil Dump. He didn't air out the issues he was going through, but he had a wild come up that definitely left some scars. Lil Dump's uncle was a dude named Big Dump, who helped NBA Youngboy get his career started. Big Dump was tragically murdered before NBA Youngboy became a superstar though, and his death had a major impact on Lil Dump and might be why he's using drugs. And in another video, a woman asked Lil Dump why he was standing weird, and he said,
"Why are you standing like that? Like, stand up straight, you gotta be louder, like..."
I do more drugs than
Me
you
too.
could ever imagine.
Throwing up in the middle of an interview is wild, but this next rapper pulled a Draco on a dude for asking questions. BrokeAsF popped off with his track Comments back in 2020. He's not just a rapper though. BrokeAsF really came up in the streets and barely survived getting hit up 3 times in a drive-by, so now he's always strapped up and ready for ops. His ops aren't the only ones who should be afraid of him though, because in this interview with Hood Rich Kevin, BrokeAsF got mad and the situation almost turned dangerous. Everything was cool at first, but then Hood Rich Kevin tried to get BrokeAsF to speak on something that went down in the streets.
What you mean you had to do like what you mean by that, bro?
BrokeAsF wasn't cool with the questions, and he asked Hood Rich Kevin.
You okay ask me that?
BrokeAsF was ready for the smoke if Hood Rich Kevin didn't back off. Hood Rich Kevin said he was just asking a question, so BrokeAsF told him that he could turn the camera off and find out what would happen.
I mean, I was just asking, bro. I was just trying to see what happened, bro. I can show you, turn the camera off.
The interview was about to get even crazier though. BrokeAsF decided to leave and said he was gonna call his driver, so Hood Rich Kevin offered to get him an Uber.
I said I gotta call my driver, nigga. I don't need no ride, nigga. I get your Uber.
BrokeAsF obviously felt disrespected though, so he pulled the Draco out of his shorts and pressed Hood Rich Kevin again.
Bro, I don't need no Uber, bro. What's up with you, bro?
Luckily, BrokeAsF left without shooting anyone, but he's not the only dude who upped his strap in the middle of an interview. FBG Cash was a Chicago rapper who went viral for posing in front of King Von's mural and disrespecting him. FBG Cash already had beef with the BDs in Chicago, but dissing Von like that put a bigger target on his back, and some people think going on No Jumper might have gotten him killed. Cash was a friend of FBG Duck, who was allegedly killed by a bunch of dudes from O Block, and there were even rumors that Von was the one who set it up. So FBG Cash was trolling the BDs by posting in front of his mural. In his No Jumper interview, Cash talked about the picture in front of the mural and how he was talking to Lil Durk about it behind the scenes.
So why'd you take that picture with the King Von mural?
Durk told me to.
How did he tell you to?
He through text. Now he blocked me now, but yeah.
What was the?
That we was talking
what
like
kind of
that,
conversation were you having before he told you to go take this photo?
Go over there and do that and see what happened to you. I'm like, I'm outside right now.
You hit him up?
Yeah.
Then just a few months after the interview dropped, FBG Cash was shot and killed in Chicago. There's no proof that Lil Durk was involved with the hit, but later Durk dropped the track Computer Murderers and rapped, "Sneaking pics by Von Mural, like bro won't come out and spin. He ain't heard a fly, so he don't count. I still give him 10. Cash isn't the only FBG affiliate who had a crazy interview though, and this next rapper allegedly snitched on himself about one of the biggest murders in Chicago. FBG Butter is a GD who came up in the trenches of Chicago and has allegedly been active in the streets since he was a teenager. He already had a name in the city, but now he's known for his crazy interviews too. After his homie FBG Duck was killed by dudes from O Block, FBG Butter clowned him for self-snitching and said,
"These niggas told on they self, and they did an interview on top of the murder cop. You stupid."
What about the picture that
Take
went?
me to jail. Give me the cups.
Yo, Butter. What
I'll
about
take
the
a
what
year.
about the picture that went viral with Muwop wearing the duck sneakers?
That's clown shit. And with the same Draco y'all used. Get a feds they evidence.
That's the same.
Homicide can't solve it, but the feds can.
the war between the BDs and GDs really popped off after a BD named O.D. Perry was killed back in 2011. No one was ever booked for the murder, but rumors have been going around for years that FBG Butter was involved with the hit, and in the same interview where he clowned the BDs from O Block for snitching on themselves, Butter allegedly told on himself too when he said,
"I'm Butter, Sean. Sean, I'm Butter. Now picture me sitting on top of a car that I just killed OD on. I got J Mane them in this bitch. I got 4 of them in this bitch. They in this. They killed the nigga."
Self-snitching is one thing, but in another interview, FBG Butter upped the strap on his own homie. FYB J Mane and Butter came up together on the south side of Chicago, and J Mane had Butter come on the show where he was interviewing people from the city. There have been rumors that Butter snitched on his old homie Lil J on a case they caught back in the day. Back in 2015, Butter, Lil J, and her homie Blood went to buy some weed from a dude named Jay the Kid, and they apparently got finessed. So they left and came back with guns and got into a shootout. Blood ended up getting killed, and And even though they weren't the ones who fired the shot, Lil J and Butter got charged with murder because they caused the situation by coming back strapped. Lil J was later found guilty and got sentenced to 12 years, and there have always been rumors that Butter snitched to save himself. J Mane clowned Butter over it, and the situation almost went left. J Mane pulls out a mousetrap and hands it to Butter, and that's when Butter told him,
"This a mousetrap."
Man, I don't know nothing about that shit. Shorty, my
Lil J told me you was a rat, bro.
You touch that, talk about this. Oh, Tuga, you making me mad, brother. I love you, folks. I'm trying to show you love on camera, folks. I ain't gonna never flaw you out. But this shit right here, you flawing me out, folks.
Bro.
That's goofy shit. That's clown shit, J Mane.
Butter obviously wasn't cool with J Mane talking about Lil J and the snitching rumors like that, but J Mane didn't let it go. He kept trying to bring up Lil J, so Butter said,
"All this shit what Lil J said, bro."
Man, you stay talking about Geechee, man, for what you trying to give him some money for?
I'm saying
he
this.
started to stop my money. I'm not finna keep talking about this and what this. It's like I'm arguing with my boyfriend and I ain't no gay man, folks.
Alright.
On 2nd grade, folks. It's like I'm keep going back and forth with Lil J and what Lil J say.
That still wasn't enough to make J Mane stop though, and what happened next made the situation get dangerous. J Mane pulls out a massive block of cheese and laid it on the table in front of Butter. By that point, Butter was already pressed, and the cheese joke was a step too far. Butter and J Mane are homies, but that didn't stop Butter from doing this.
It's a lot.
Come on, J Mane,
bro.
Folks. Come on, G. Come on, folks. Now that's too far, J Mane. We gonna start with this too far, J Mane, folks. What? That's too far, folks. What is that, folks? Come on.
Bro,
hey, we going Splax.
This an interview.
I gotta have the handlers, man.
Bro,
me and the handlers gonna go, man.
Bro, I'm just.
Me and the handlers we gonna slide, man. That ain't handling the business.
Bro, sit down, bro.
You ain't handling the handlers, man.
Bro, this a joke, bro.
Man, ain't no motherfucking joke.
Bro, stop pulling out
you
pipes
whopping this shit, man.
Bro. Y'all overdoing
you know
it,
I'm
bro.
dangerous.
Luckily, nothing went down, but in another interview, J Mane did the same thing as Butter. Adam 22 from No Jumper ditched J Mane's homie Wooski.
He a real street. He don't give me no Wooski vibes. I'm like,
Wooski vibes is crazy.
Like, why is you even like? Come on.
I don't think you want to have Wooski vibes anyway. Yeah. Wooski's vibes are a little off these days.
Yeah, that message too off.
Shout out to him, but
back in the day, Wooski was one of King Von and Lil Durk's biggest ops. Wooski blew up as a rapper after he dropped a diss track about O-Block called Computers Remix. A few months later, he was shot in the head at a funeral for another rapper named Dooski the Man and was allegedly left with some brain damage. Adam 22 isn't from Chicago or even involved with the streets, so clowning Wooski for getting shot made a lot of people angry at him. FYB J Mane also thought that Adam 22 had disrespected FBG Duck's mom, and the two of them started yelling about it when J Mane went on No Jumper.
I asked her if she got turned on when she saw you having sex with someone.
That's disrespectful to ask FBG Duck mama, bro.
She's a human being.
So what if we ask Adam mama, yeah, do you want to FYB J Mane? How would you feel? How would you feel?
Then right after that, J Mane pulls out a strap with a drum magazine and let Adam 22 know he wasn't playing around.
I'll bug the up. Who ain't gonna let me bring my 50?
Wait, is that real?
Party. What? Is it real? Don't you see what PGF Nook say? Tape around that just to make sure it fit. Do your homework on what PGF Nook said in that song.
Let's stay on mama.
J Mane went viral for acting crazy, but it's nothing compared to this next legendary interview with one of the rap game's biggest OGs. Birdman started the careers of some of the biggest artists in the industry. He's been around the rap game forever and helped discover some of the biggest artists in rap. But even though he's a legend, he also has a history of doing shady business and constantly gets accused of stealing money from his artists. Charlemagne and the rest of the crew at the Breakfast Club made some comments about Birdman ripping people off, which he wasn't too happy about. When he showed up for an interview on the Breakfast Club, Birdman made it clear from the jump that he wasn't the one to play with. Before the show even started, Birdman told the Breakfast Club crew,
I want to start this shit off straight, telling all three of y'all stop playing with my name. Let's go on there, let's go. Stop playing with my name.
Birdman sat down for the interview, but before they could ask him any questions, he said,
stop playing with my name. All three of y'all, stop playing with my name. I ain't gonna say it no more.
It turned out that Birdman's real beef was with Charlemagne the God. Birdman told Charlemagne that he could have pulled up on him before because he knew where he was at, but that wouldn't have been gangster.
I wanted to talk to you on your man in your face.
Absolutely.
You understand me? I knew a few places you was at. I could have pulled up, but I don't think that was gangster.
Charlemagne asked him what the issue was, and Birdman told him,
there ain't no issue. If it was an issue, you'll feel me. I just come to let y'all know, stop, put some respect on my name.
Charlemagne asked Birdman if he pulled up on other people like that, and Birdman said,
I'm pulling up on you.
Yeah, but I'm the radio guy. Why pull up on the radio guy? Don't act tough with the radio guy.
It was clear from the jump that Birdman wasn't going to be doing a normal interview, but he still had time to drop one more iconic line. After a couple of minutes in the studio, Birdman told his crew it was time to leave and said,
Y'all finished or y'all done? I ain't got no more talking. Let's rock.
The interview went viral from the jump, and Birdman even referenced it when he dropped the track Respect and raps, "Put some respect when you mention my name. You talk about killers, but you ain't no killer. Pull up on you, it's game time. Front line, you make headline." Birdman shutting down the Breakfast Club is one of the most viral rap interviews of all time, but he was actually pretty chill compared to this next superstar. 2022 was a wild year for Kanye West, especially for his interviews, but his interview with Piers Morgan was crazy disrespectful. Ye was trying to talk about getting dropped from Adidas, but Piers Morgan kept interrupting him.
We need to go to the top lawyers, the top execs, the owners of the stadiums, the owners of the football teams, and the owners of the record labels, and we're gonna put them all in one room, and we're gonna read let's go top 10 in each one of these categories, right? Let's read Michael B. Jordan's
contract.
Why would any of that?
Hey,
bro, I ain't finished.
Ye was getting a lot of heat from the press at the time, but he wasn't gonna just sit there and let Piers Morgan treat him like that. Ye clapped back at Piers Morgan for not letting him finish, and even called Piers Morgan boy.
I ain't finished my sentence.
Nothing you're saying has anything to do with regret.
Hey boy,
Don't call me boy.
Don't finish. I told you. Oh, don't treat me like a boy then. I'm gonna finish my sentence of my idea.
They calmed down for a minute, but Ye wasn't rocking with the disrespect coming from Piers Morgan, so he ended up just walking out of the interview.
Interview adjourned. Love you.
Ye made a lot of headlines in 2022, but one of his craziest interviews went down back in 2013 on Sway in the Morning. Ye went on the show and said he needed the biggest brands in the world to work with him because
I am the #1 most impactful artist of our generation. I am Shakespeare in the flesh. Walt Disney, Nike, Google. Now who's gonna be the Medici family and stand up and let me create more? Or do you wanna marginalize me till I'm out of my moment?
Sway told Ye that he should empower himself instead of working with huge companies, and that's when Ye went off.
Why don't you empower yourself and don't need them and do it yourself?
How, Sway?
Take a few steps back to go.
You ain't got the answers, man. You ain't got the answers. You ain't got the answers. You ain't got the answers, Sway.
Kanye.
I've been doing this more than you.
Kanye ended up working with some huge brands, but they all ended up turning their backs on him. And in 2022, Ye went on Good Morning America and admitted that he was in the wrong for yelling at Sway like that.
You know what? I will go ahead and say Sway had the answer.
Kanye has made a lot of headlines for the wrong reasons lately, but at least he didn't spit on anyone like this next crazy interview. 16 Shot on Visuals isn't a rapper, but he's been involved with the rap game for a long time and has interviewed all kinds of artists. He had issues with another interviewer named Poetic Flacco, who works for No Jumper, and when the two of them sat down to talk, the situation got crazy. 16 Shot was beefing with another rapper from Chicago named Bandman Kevo, after 16 slept with Kevo's baby mama. Flacco had some kind of connection to Bandman Kevo, so he was riding hard for him in the interview and kept accusing 16 of being a clout chaser. 16 Shot called Poetic Flacco out for rocking with his ops and then trying to act like they were cool too, and said,
"It's like you with me, then you on some police shit too."
How is that our fault, though? Because you said, right?
What you mean, how's your fault? You standing behind this shit. You calling me a clout chaser and you standing behind it.
Bro.
I'm showing you this,
No, right.
And I don't want you to be on my side, bro, but stop.
Bro.
Stop.
I think you're a clout chaser.
It's like you riding the game.
Flacco clapped back and said,
he was clout chasing off
Man, shut up. I just said let the man talk.
And that's when the situation really got heated. 16 Shot said he was gonna smack Flacco, and when Flacco told him to do it, this happened.
Bro, suck my dick, bro. That's a
Hey, stop playing before I smack the shit out you.
Do it.
Hey, no. We ain't doing that here. Watch out, we ain't doing that here. Watch out.
It's a good thing No Jumper had security waiting right behind the cameras, because if they weren't there, it probably would have ended way worse, like in this next interview. No Jumper's had a lot of crazy moments, but it's hard to beat what happened here. Adam22 had a dude named Kelpy on the podcast, and Almighty Suspect was co-hosting with him. Kelpy had gone viral for a different interview on a channel called Soft White Underbelly, where he went on with 2 women he was pimping. After the interview came out, a lot of people were clowning Kelpy for the suit and gold chain he was wearing. They said he was wearing a pimp costume and wasn't really living the pimp life, and that's what made his No Jumper interview get dangerous. Almighty Suspect has allegedly been involved with the pimp game before, and he aired out Kelpy during the podcast and said,
to get everybody to understand, kind of like blackface. You know what I'm saying? Like that shit was kind of like it looked like a costume. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
It's like he came in here wearing that shit like in his head, like, oh, this is what pimps is supposed to look like. I got my little $sign chain, my little fur coat.
2 of them.
Kelpy wasn't rocking with the disrespect though, and he said that Almighty Suspect was just hating because he was new to the game. That's when it started getting heated, and Almighty Suspect said,
I don't feel like you're
That's
new
not
to
what it
shit.
seemed like.
You hate white people.
Like no. I feel like you're not new to shit. I just feel like you're an impersonator for your SoundCloud career. You're not new to shit.
But bro, I don't even focus on music.
You came up in
I
here
focus
talking
on the
about
streets. I focus on
you
getting
came in here
money.
talking about you professing old school, and then you was like, we actually where you learned this from, and then you said, yeah, I watched Sharp on YouTube. Like,
yeah.
Old school guys.
I have no mental
that
real
you
life.
could watch on YouTube and in person
And start getting money from
get
it?
in the fucking streets.
Kelpy and Almighty Suspect kept going back and forth about who was the bigger pimp.
I'm Lil
Who
Kelpy.
are you? No
Kelpy
one
the
knows
pimp.
you.
Kelpy the
Be the
pimp.
clown.
You gotta know who I am. Ben Franklin knows who I am. He knows who I am. I'm
You
getting
said
money
what?
every day. I said
You
Ben
said-
Franklin knows who the
And then this happened.
I'm calling you a
Two random dudes getting into a fight is one thing, but check out this superstar who admitted in a crazy interview that he shot himself when he was a kid. Lil Wayne is one of the biggest rappers of all time, and he's also had some of the craziest rap interviews ever, like when he talks about shooting himself at just 12 years old. Weezy sat down for an interview with Emmanuel Acho and opened up about some mental health issues he had back in the day. Wayne was already trying to break into the rap game when he was 12, but his mom wasn't rocking with the idea. Wayne started skipping school to focus on his rap career, but everything came crashing down after his mom found out. Wayne got a call from his aunt who told him that his mom knew everything. So Wayne said
I picked up the phone, I called the police. Yes, I knew where she kept her gun. And it was in her bedroom. And so I went in her bedroom, grabbed the gun. How I know I had mental health problems was I pulled the trigger.
You actually pulled the trigger?
Yeah, I pulled the trigger.
Wayne also wasn't afraid to walk out of an interview if he's feeling disrespected. In the middle of an interview with ABC, Wayne said the only thing he's connected to is his blood flag because he's a gangbanger.
Connected to his flag, right? Because I'm connected. I'm a gangbanger, man. I'm connected.
Then he just walked out and said,
I ain't no politician.
Even lawyers can't make Wayne respect him. Wayne was getting interviewed by a lawyer during a deposition and just clowned the guy the whole time. When the lawyer asked Wayne what kind of image he was portraying in the media, Wayne said,
I don't portray anything. I am who I am, and you guys portray what you get.
No, who are you? Who is the real?
I am Dwayne Michael Carter Jr.
Okay. Do you like to portray yourself as?
I just answered that and said that I don't like to portray myself as nobody.
Okay.
I completely be Dwayne Michael Carter Jr. I don't portray myself as anything. An image is self-described.
The lawyer told Wayne that he had to wait until the question was finished. But then Wayne turned the disrespect up and said,
He can't save you, right? In the real world. That guy right there. He can't save you in the real world. Just so you know.
What does that mean?
I don't have to elaborate.
Is that
Ask your next question.
Is
please,
that a threat against
No,
us?
Mr. Ross, can you just ask your next question, please?
Allegedly threatening a lawyer is wild, but this next rapper pulled out a gun in the middle of an interview just to prove he was really about that life. DJ Vlad has interviewed a lot of rappers, but one time the situation almost got dangerous for him when he disrespected a white drill rapper named GMEBE Bandz. GMEBE Bandz was popping off in the drill scene around the same time as another white drill rapper named Slim Jesus. Slim Jesus had gone viral for making music videos talking about ops and holding guns, but later he came out and admitted that he was just capping and didn't actually live that life. DJ Vlad posted an article on his website where he compared GMEBE Bandz to Slim Jesus, and that's what almost got him hurt. In the middle of the interview, Vlad brought up the comparison, and GMEBE Bandz proved he wasn't like Slim Jesus by flashing a real strap at Vlad. GMEBE Bandz was allegedly really about that life. Even though he was white, he supposedly had ties to the Black Peace Zones, so he didn't want his name being mentioned with a fake gangster like Slim Jesus. And GMEBE Bandz warned Vlad not to play with his name and said,
I ain't no next nothing, I've been out before him. Months, years before him. In all honesty, I ain't blow up because my look real and authentic. Not no fool, foolery. using CO2 guns and boy, nah, man. Nah. Nah. It ain't like that.
DJ Flat was definitely scared after the situation went down, but at least GMEBE Bandz finished the interview, unlike the dude in this next video. Before EST Gee made it in the rap game, he almost went pro with football. He was playing in college and wanted to make it in the NFL, but then he got caught with 12 pounds of weed and had to change his plans. EST Gee popped off in the music industry and left football behind, and that's why his interview with Bootleg Kev got crazy. During the interview, Bootleg Kev started talking about a picture he saw of EST Gee in an NFL tryout uniform. EST Gee obviously didn't want to talk about it though, and pressed Kev about why he just brought up the picture without even reading the article about him.
I've seen this picture of you at the NFL Combine.
Yeah.
Which...
What? Yeah, ain't seen no picture of no NFL
Well, I saw you in like the NFL Combine looking like workout.
Yeah, like a workout.
Was that just a workout you were doing for a team?
I don't know. How you see the picture, you ain't read the article that came with it.
Even though it was clear that EST Gee just wanted to talk about music, Kev kept bringing up football. So Gee asked him,
what do that got to do with music and shit right now?
No, I'm just curious because I'm a big football fan. So like, I'm just like, I'm a huge football fan, and I find it fascinating that like you really like have like a real high level like football run, you know what I'm saying, before the rap like took off.
At that point, EST Gee was already done with the interview. Bootleg Kev tried to keep it going, but then EST Gee just got up and walked out of the studio. Bootleg Kev had to figure out how to do the rest of his show without a guest. But this next interviewer was so scared that he probably wished the artist left like EST Gee. Baby Key is one of the wildest new rappers from Atlanta, and he's already going viral for his crazy interviews. Lil Pistol is an interviewer who's known for counting his guests and making a lot of jokes, but he took it a step too far with Baby Kia, and the situation almost went left. Everything was cool at first, but then Lil Pistol asked Baby Kia,
a female ever try to eat bro? Hey, man.
It was a wild question that Lil Pistol probably just meant as a joke, but Baby Kia wasn't rocking with it. He checked Lil Pistol immediately and said, After that, Lil Pistol knew that Baby Kia wasn't cool being played like that, and Lil Pistol even admitted that he was scared. Luckily, nothing went down, but that's not the only time Baby Kia had to check someone for asking him dumb questions. Baby Kia went on the No Jumper podcast and got pressed with Adam22 because Adam22 was asking questions that he already knew the answers to. Adam22 asked Baby Kia if he had signed a label deal yet, but Adam22 had already found it out. And when he told Baby Kia that he knew, Baby Kia said,
But did you sign yet?
I signed APG.
You did sign APG. I got a call from my boy Eli. He let me know that you're...
So why would you ask me, did you sign yet?
Adam22 played it off and said he didn't know if Baby Kia was trying to keep it a secret or not. And luckily for him, Baby Kia moved on and didn't press the issue. Fans knew that Baby Kia could get wild, but nobody expected what happened in the next interview with one of the most laid-back dudes in the industry. Snoop Dogg is known as one of the most chill dudes in the rap game. Back in the day, he was all about the gangster lifestyle. Snoop grew up in Long Beach and joined the Rolling 20s Crips when he was younger. Snoop even went to trial for a murder case, but he chilled out big time and started spreading positivity instead. But even though he's a nice dude, Snoop ended up kicking this interviewer out of the shop. Snoop had flown to Denmark to do an Adidas promo. It's not clear what was going down behind the scenes, but Snoop showed up 5 hours late, and he wasn't happy when the interviewer brought it up. When the interviewer mentioned how late he was, Snoop told him,
"You're 5 hours late here." And
man, shut. Come on, man.
No, we just saw you on Twitter from the border.
I'm 5 hours late. I'm here. Be happy I'm here and ask some real questions.
Snoop thought the dude should be happy he even showed up to the event. The reporter still didn't take the hint though and asked Snoop again why he was late. So Snoop clowned him and said,
I was late because I went to go get some chicken wings. That's why I was late.
By that point, Snoop was obviously done talking to the dude. So he told the Adidas people to get the interviewer out of there and find somebody to ask some real questions.
All right, next one. Yeah, get this.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
First question.
Snoop was obviously pressed about the situation, but he would never do something disrespectful like these next dudes. After the Island Boys went viral for kissing each other, they got clowned by everyone online and it led to some major issues. The Island Boys went on a podcast called The Danza Project and started getting into it with one of the hosts. The situation was already heated, but then the host dissed the Island Boys for kissing each other, and this happened.
Y'all gonna kiss it out? Or like, what's good?
Shut your ass up, bitch. I kicked him and he didn't do nothing about it. But
right,
my security will whoop your security and I'll beat the shit out of you right now.
That's cap.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
Back up.
What you gonna do about it?
Whoa, 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 whoa.
You see how
look.
I didn't move. Let's talk real life for a minute.
The Island Boys calmed down and got back in their seats to finish the interview, but that wasn't the end of the drama. A little while later, one of the Island Boys said he doesn't care about what people say because they're just being haters. Danza called him out for acting like he doesn't care and then trying to fight people over what they say. And then Danza brought up the kissing situation again and said,
But at the end of the day, let's keep it 100 because we got both of y'all here too.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So what's going on with you two kissing each other and
the Island Boys didn't like the disrespect, so one of them threatened to start breaking all the podcast equipment. Danza wasn't gonna just sit there and let it happen though, so he got up in their faces and tried to square up.
Bro, shut your ass up before I break this.
Dude, hey, yo, that ass, I would love to see you try that.
Bro, what are you talking about?
I would love to see you try that.
Everybody calmed down and didn't end up throwing hands, but that wasn't the only interview where the Island Boys started sending threats. Back in 2021, the Island Boys went on Logan Paul's podcast. It's a huge platform that could have helped them out, but instead of taking the opportunity and using it for their careers, the Island Boys started threatening Logan Paul's co-host George after he gave him some financial advice. George told them that if their rap career didn't work out, they could still sell their jewelry, and the Island Boys took that as disrespect.
I think if God forbid it doesn't go in your guys' direction, for real, I think you guys take all of your jewelry assets and invest it in something, so you guys will never ever be broke again.
George and the Island Boys went back and forth for a minute. Then the Island Boys got so heated that they just walked off the podcast. It wasn't over yet though, and one of them came back and told George,
You know me from Island Boys, but you know I'm thugging, bro, right? You know that, right?
The Island Boys got a lot of attention for kissing each other on camera, and this next rapper would definitely have something to say about the situation. The game has never been afraid of making some controversy, and this interview proves it. Back in 2011, Game was asked about gay people in the rap industry, and he said,
in the entertainment business.
Yeah, they around.
They're around.
According to Game, he doesn't have any issue with gay people, but his beef was with people in the industry who are gay and act like they're not.
Game don't have a problem with gay people. Game has a problem with people that are pretending not to be gay, but that are that are gay.
The interview got a lot of attention after Diddy was exposed for allegedly being gay. The Game and Diddy were tight back in the day, and Face 100 even clowned the Game about it on IG. And in the interview where Game was talking about gay people in the industry, he said that he had worked with someone who claimed to be straight but was secretly gay.
So you think that you've worked with a gay rapper?
Yeah, man. And not being just full out but hiding, trying to pretend like he, loves girls and lives the rap lifestyle, but really he's a man fan.
Allegedly exposing one of the biggest names in the rap game is crazy, but this next rapper was allegedly killed for what he said in an interview. BTB Savage was a rapper who went viral for having one of the craziest interviews ever with Vlad TV. Before the interview, BTB Savage had barely survived a wild situation where someone tried to rob him, and airing the whole thing out on Vlad TV is allegedly what got him killed. Savage was at his crib one night when a local rapper hit him up to do a feature. The rapper didn't show up alone though, and his homie upped a strap at Savage and tried to rob him. Savage and his girl started fighting the dude, and that's when shots started going off. Savage got hit, but Savage and his girl fought back and shot the dude who tried to rob him. It was a wild situation, but what made it even crazier was how Savage told the story to DJ Vlad. The robber could have lived, but BTB Savage told DJ Vlad,
While I walked by, he grabbed my foot. He's like, come on, bro, take me with you, bro. I can make it to the hospital. I just need to go to the hospital. I went, like, I ain't taking you no fucking hospital, boy. Your ass about to fry right here, and if they come save you, then they come save you. If not, then your ass toasty. You're gone. Last day, last supper, whatever he ate before he came there, gone.
Savage did the right thing by defending his family, but he definitely put a target on his back when he clowned the dude who died and said stuff like,
for a certain amount of time, I was like, okay, this is what it's like to kill somebody in self-defense. And it's not that bad. It's not as bad as people make it out to be. Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie, it ain't that bad. Like, I went to sleep good as hell the next day. I was happy as hell too. I'm like, ooh. I mean, I ain't tripping the arm up or whatever, but I ain't dead.
Yeah.
Then at the end of the interview, Vlad asked BTB Savage if he was worried about the dude's homies coming back to get revenge. And Savage said,
they for sure might do what they do, but I'm gonna get active. That's all it is. And it is what it is. It's on the floor. It'll be smoke forever, to be honest.
Right, so you've now moved out of that apartment, right?
Yeah.
BTB Savage said he was ready for the smoke, but unfortunately, the ops ended up catching up to him. After the interview with DJ Vlad, Savage kept trolling the dude who died on social media, and while he was on his way out of the city, the ops rode up on Savage and left him dead in the street. Back in 2011, Drake was blowing up and becoming one of the biggest rappers in the game. He had a lot of fans already, but one woman took it to another level and got his name tattooed on her forehead. Photos of the tattoo went viral, and Drake finally talked about the situation during an interview. Drake said it was all love with the woman who got the tattoo and said he wanted to meet her to get the full story. Drake didn't make fun of the woman, but he didn't have any respect for the dude who gave her the tattoo and said,
The guy who tatted it is a fucking asshole, though. I will tell you that. I don't fuck with that guy. Fuck you to that tat artist, by the way, because you're an asshole for real. And you should lose your job, and you should never do tattoos again. I don't fuck with you, and if I ever see you, I'm gonna fuck you up.
Drake said that he was gonna put hands on the tattoo artist if he ever ran into him in person, and apparently that almost happened. According to rumors, Drake pulled up with his crew at the tattoo shop where the dude worked. Drake didn't go inside, but he allegedly sent in his bodyguards to press the dude. It's not clear what really went down, but later the tattoo artist hopped on social media and claimed that his beef with Drake was over. But then a few years later in 2019, the tattoo artist claimed that he pulled a knife on Drake's security team and chased him out of the tattoo shop. Nobody knows what really happened that day, but this next rapper threatened to slap everyone in the room on camera. Soulja Boy's been clowned a lot on social media, but in this crazy interview, Soulja proved he's not the one to play with. Soulja went on the Everyday Struggle show, and DJ Akademiks started making fun of him for wearing the same Gucci headband over and over again. Soulja wasn't rocking with the disrespect though. By that point, Soulja was really mad, and he told Akademiks,
No, you just tried to play me like I was broke. She was like, y'all think Soulja Boy got money in the bank, and y'all think, yo, is you crazy?
The situation was already tense, but then Soulja turned it up even more and said he was gonna slap everyone if they didn't start giving him some respect.
Y'all gotta respect me, bro, or I'm slapping this bro. How? And it is what it is.
Soulja thought Akademiks was just being a hater, so Soulja started roasting him and said,
Man, yo, you just typing in, you a hater.
That's not a hater.
You a fucking hater. You try to pull up the shit behind it. Nah, everybody know Drake stole my flow, bro, and that's the end of it.
He took a line from you and you took the same line from another nigga.
And you fat as and nigga shut the fuck up.
Akademiks isn't the only dude who got checked and roasted by a rapper, and this next artist was really ready to throw hands. Usually when you see a crazy rapper interview, it's with a younger artist, but this OG checked Charlemagne the God and was ready for all the smoke. Fredro Starr is a rapper from the 80s who blew up with his crew Onyx back in the day. They had a nice run back then, and in 2014, they went on The Breakfast Club to talk about their careers. But at one point, Charlemagne brought up how Fredro Starr used to be involved with a singer named Brandy, and that's when the interview almost got dangerous. Normally, it's no big deal to talk about who a rapper is hooked up with, but Brandy was allegedly underage when Fredro Starr was messing with her, so he got pressed when Charlemagne brought it up. Fredro Starr just wanted to talk about Onyx, but when Charlemagne started talking about Brandy, Fredro got heated and said,
Why we got an issue, bro? Because you bought some shit that I ain't like, nigga, and I don't like that.
He was clowning Charlemagne for being soft. Then Fredro told him,
Nigga, I ain't no
I ain't say you was, but you
don't
said
play
it.
me like that.
Charlemagne asked what he was supposed to do then, and Fredro made it clear he was ready for action.
I don't know what you want me to do.
You can't do nothing, nigga. You can't do nothing, nigga. That's what I'm saying, nigga. You can't do nothing, big man. You can't do nothing, nigga. I know it's so fucking good, nigga.
I ain't here for that.
Playing the garbage, nigga.
Charlemagne looked a little shook, but it's nothing compared to what happened when Adam 22 got a gun put to his head in the middle of an interview. No Jumper is known for having some of the craziest interviews in the rap game, but nobody expected an armed robbery to go down during the show. Adam 22 was hosting a live stream on the No Jumper channel when a dude rushed in and put a gun to his head. The robber told Adam 22 to give him all of his money, but then No Jumper security hopped in and knocked the dude out. It turns out the robber didn't have a real gun, but nobody knew that in the moment, and it looked like somebody was about to die. A lot of people called cap on the situation and said it was just a stunt for attention because it looked like Adam 22 was laughing at one point.
Right now. You want it right now? You want a car?
But later, Adam 22 did an interview with DJ Vlad and said,
The emotions that I'm going through is like, holy f, I'm gonna, but maybe this is a joke. Maybe this is my friend. Maybe somebody's doing a prank on me, because in that moment, and like why people said that people were freaked out that I said like I laughed. It's like, I really didn't know if it was a joke or not. It seemed kind of more likely that it would be a prank or it would be somebody around than that it would be real.
What makes the situation even crazier is that someone else came to No Jumper with another fake gun just 2 days later. Adam 22 told DJ Vlad that he went to the bathroom and could hear something going down outside, and when he came out, There was a gun laying on the floor, and one of Adam's employees told him that a dude just came in looking for him. Adam 22 also got attacked by one of his own homies during the podcast. A dude named Lil Housephone had a falling out with Adam 22, and they were talking about it on the podcast. Housephone was one of the original hosts of No Jumper and had been around since the beginning. But Adam did a podcast with a trans woman named Gracie Jane when she claimed she hooked up with Housephone. Adam tried editing it out, but people still figured out who she was talking about and it blew up. Housephone was mad that Adam exposed him for no reason, so he confronted him about it on the podcast. Everything was cool at first, but then the situation got heated and this happened.
Pussy ass nigga. Look, pussy nigga. Come on, bro. Come on. Not here, bro. Not here.
Adam 22 might have been ready to throw hands, but this next rapper actually talks about the time he had to shoot somebody. Gucci Mane has chilled out a lot recently, but he used to be the wildest dude in the rap game, and these crazy interviews prove it. Back in 2010, Gucci did an interview with Angela Yee for Sirius XM. They had a lot of chemistry and were flirting back and forth the whole time.
Can't nobody take from me. Ain't nobody never took nothing from me.
I just took something, you didn't even feel it.
You can take it. Can you take it?
Oh my God. I'm sure. You know what they say about little girls, especially Asian ones?
Fat.
Is that what they say?
Know what they say?
I was gonna say deep. Do you like women that come up to you and are aggressive?
Oh no, I do. I do like that, but for me to talk to them, I just gotta feel you.
He must really have a big, because he always says that.
It is. You never want to put your hands in these pants.
That means that you don't go down on women, because they say guys with big don't do that.
We talked about that before.
Yeah, you've definitely gone down since then.
No, my still big.
It's not clear if anything actually went down between them, but a few years later, Gucci went on The Breakfast Club and made some wild claims. But before Gucci had another run-in with Angela Yee, he had a crazy interview moment when someone tried to ask him about Waka Flocka. Gucci Mane and Waka Flocka Flame used to be tight. Waka's mom, Deb, was Gucci's old manager, so when he started rapping, Gucci signed Waka to his label, 1017 Records. But then Gucci had a falling out with Deb over money, and that ruined his relationship with Waka, so they've had issues ever since. Gucci went on the radio for an interview, and while the show was on a commercial break, one of the show's producers asked Gucci if they could talk about the situation with Waka when it went back on air. But instead of saying no, Gucci just walked out of the studio 10 seconds before they were supposed to go live again. Gucci got a lot of attention for the situation, but it was nothing compared to what happened when he went on The Breakfast Club and ran into Angela Yee again. Gucci said that he was nervous about coming on the show because he didn't know what he was going to say to Angela Yee because they had a history together.
It's not what I was gonna do. It's not what I would do to you. It's what I was gonna say to you.
Oh.
You know, because we had already had a history.
That's when Charlemagne the God straight up asked Gucci if he smashed Angela Yee. Angela Yee jumped in and said, of course not, and acted like it never would have happened.
What? You smashed Angela Yee, Gucci?
Okay. Of course not.
But then Gucci called her out and said,
come on, guys.
She didn't try it.
Okay. She didn't
try
it.
She was on my
Angela Yee said it was all cap, that she was trying to hook up with Gucci back in the day. But according to Gucci, she used to be asking him what hotel he was staying at.
That is a lie.
I'm not lying.
No, we was cool. I was not on your... Stop
you
it.
used to be texting me what hotel you was at.
That is a lie. Never. You must got me confused with somebody else.
Angela Yee kept trying to deny it, but Gucci brought up even more receipts and talks about exactly how it went down.
You remember when we did that interview a long time ago with Melissa Ford and all that, and they was calling me?
Gucci got a good memory.
You definitely, no.
Stop it.
That definitely was not me.
Gucci claimed that he was banned from The Breakfast Club after the interview, and later he sat down with just Charlemagne the God and said,
because she was flirting with me, I rejected you, I don't want you. What you mad about? This wasn't even no big deal. I would never say nothing else about it. I never brought it up. But don't never try to act like you didn't do it. You did. You did.
She said she feel like you disrespected her.
She disrespected herself. She disrespected herself. That's what she did. She just made a big deal out of something. It wasn't even a big deal. She disrespected herself. Now she embarrassed.
Gucci didn't just talk about curving Angela Yee though. He also talked to Charlemagne about killing the dude back in 2005. Back in the day, Gucci was in the middle of a wild beef with Jeezy. The situation got so crazy that Jeezy allegedly sent a bunch of goons to rob Gucci, but it didn't go like Jeezy planned. The dudes broke in at night and tried to rob Gucci, but Gucci Mane upped his strap and killed a dude named Pookie Loc. Pookie Loc's body was found outside a local middle school a few days later, and Gucci got hit with a murder charge, but he ended up beating the case because it was self-defense. Gucci admitted he wasn't proud of everything he did in the streets, but when it comes to killing Pookie Loc, he said,
He needed to be in the ground. I put his ass where he supposed to be. He tried me.
Everyone knows that Gucci is really about that life, but Joe Budden almost had to throw down with 3 dudes at once in his next interview. Joe Budden almost had to fight all 3 Migos after a disrespectful interview at the BET Awards. It all started with DJ Akademiks trying to ask Takeoff about not being on Bad and Bougie. You can see how pressed Takeoff was getting about the question, but Joe Budden is the one who really had an issue. Instead of letting the Migos talk more, Joe Budden said,
"All right, we gotta wrap this up though."
The Migos weren't cool with Joe cutting them off like that, so Quavo clapped back and said,
"I didn't hear anything."
That wasn't the end of it though. While DJ Akademiks was trying to close it up, Joe pulled this crazy disrespectful move.
I've been covering for so long, I'm glad they succeeded.
Hey man, you guys are nominated tonight. Have a good show.
That's when the situation almost got dangerous. After Joe walked off, the Migos and their crew all got up to press him. Nothing actually happened at the awards show, but later, Joe Budden went on a podcast and dissed the Migos when he said,
"I think I can take 2.5 of Migos by myself."
Joe even called out Akademiks.
Akademiks is one of the biggest I've ever seen in my entire life. But he should never comment on anything that has to do with physicality.
Kodak Black has been making controversies his whole career. From beefing with other stars to going to prison, he's always in the spotlight for something wild. And when he went on Hot 97 for an interview, it didn't take long for the situation to go left. At first, it seemed like a normal interview. Ebro from Hot 97 kicked it off by asking if Kodak liked doing interviews.
So this is your first time going around doing interviews. How do you feel about it? You having fun?
It's great. I like it.
But then it got disrespectful fast when Ebro said that Kodak had to enjoy the freedom because something bad was coming around the corner.
But you know there's something potentially bad around the corner, so you're enjoying it as much as you can.
At the time, Kodak was facing an open case, and Ebro made him even more mad by bringing it up. Kodak was obviously getting uncomfortable, so one of the other hosts tried to change the subject and asked Kodak what he thought about the moon landing. That didn't work either though, and Kodak thought they were trying to clown him.
Kodak, do you believe that our moon landing in 1969 actually took place?
What y'all talking about?
That wasn't the end of the drama though. Ebro kept pressing the issue about Kodak's open case and said,
"You seem upset that I brought it up."
Kodak clapped back at Ebro and said they were using his real life for entertainment and said they should change the topic or he was gonna leave.
I feel like sometimes when niggas like be going through shit, like y'all be entertained by, you know what I'm talking about?
Mm-hmm.
So it's like change the subject or I'm finna walk out.
Ebro told Kodak that they tried to talk about the moon landing instead, but Yak said that was bullshit too.
Well, no, they tried to change the subject. They was talking about the moon landing.
That's too.
It was clear that Ebro and Yak weren't rocking with each other, and Ebro told him,
"Well, I was saying, I think
we don't have to talk about nothing else. We could be done right here."
All right, I'm going.
Kodak ended up walking out of the interview on the spot. Kodak walked out because he felt disrespected, but this next rapper cut off an interview early because he almost started crying on camera. MGK had an interview at the Hot 100 Music Festival and was talking about a song he wrote for his daughter. At first, he seemed proud about it, even though he said some fans were hating and calling him soft.
I wanted to make her proud, you know what I mean? And a lot of fans saw that as like, you know, was it soft or is this just like, no, it's the most beautiful thing you could do. This is my gift as a father to my daughter. Like, here's something like you can listen to that like still has my pain in it and still like is teaching you something that I want you to know.
MGK started getting emotional about the whole thing. It was clear that the song meant a lot to him, but he didn't like all the hate he was getting from fans. He told the interviewer that he doesn't know how to speak well. Then MGK got up and walked away.
I don't want to do an interview, man. Can we just do, like, I don't...
MGK.
Like, I want to let my music speak for me. I don't have to say. I've been saying for years, dude. Like, man, y'all don't listen. Like, listen to my songs.
The woman who was talking to him tried to get MGK to calm down, but he still cut the interview short and just told everyone,
"I'm coming." And message to my enemies, "I'm coming."
Giving a message like that to your enemies after breaking down on camera is wild. But at least MGK didn't start yelling at someone for no reason, like in this next clip. Joe Budden is known for saying exactly what he thinks, but he took it to a disrespectful level with Lil Yachty back in the day. Budden was always hating on the new generation of rappers, and Lil Yachty was always the name he said most. It was clear that Budden wasn't rocking with the new wave in the rap game, but nobody expected him to go off like this. Instead of just asking normal questions, Joe Budden went crazy and attacked Lil Yachty over nothing. Joe asked Yachty about his record deal. Yachty didn't really know what kind of contract he was in, so Joe started going off on him for not knowing the exact details. Luckily, Yachty's a relaxed dude though, and he just told Budden to chill out instead of getting heated.
Chill. Yeah, hold up. Yo.
After the interview came out, Yachty told Hot 97 that he only went on Joe Budden's show because Budden had been talking about Yachty so much without even knowing him.
The only reason I went is because he didn't know me. He was just bashing my name. You know, anytime anyone's talking about me before they meet me, I make it a duty to go see him face to face.
Joe Budden tried to make it sound like he was giving Yachty some free advice, but nobody's gonna listen when you're acting crazy and yelling like that. And back in 2022, Yachty did an interview with DJ Akademiks and said,
"No, because it's all about how you deliver things, you know? So it's like you can be saying the right thing anytime, but if you screaming it and trying to do it like that, you don't know. You know, it's 2 seconds to, nigga, man, you done had so many private conversations to where he be like, yo, what's your number? And we talk about it after, you know what I'm saying? But it's like, so no, I didn't take nothing from it. It's not like I left there and was like, oh my God, let me do all my research and my homework on. I left that.
Budden was heated during the Yachty interview, but that was nothing compared to this next crazy situation. G Money and Youngboy were so tight back in the day that Youngboy used to call G Money his big brother. But after they fell out, Youngboy and G Money started taking shots at each other. And G Money took the disrespect to a crazy level when he did an interview with Say Cheese TV and said this.
Man, he mad about his sister too, though.
About his sister?
Yeah, I had her a long time ago.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he mad about that. He wasn't really tripping on it back then, though. You know what I'm saying? He be calling me big brother. You hear me? I guess he just let that fame and shit get to his head. Now he feel like he just this new nigga, whoever he supposed to be, whoever he called himself.
Then G Money dropped the track Industry and rapped, "Your sister swallowed nut, so I never kissed her. But I fuck with her, so I never dissed her." And just a couple of weeks after the track dropped, G Money was allegedly killed by some of Youngboy's affiliates while G Money was leaving the studio. G Money's death was a tragedy, and a lot of people want this next rapper dead after what he said in an interview. 6ix9ine is one of the most hated rappers of all time, and his interview with DJ Akademiks shows why so many people don't rock with him. The first thing that made people start hating on 6ix9ine is when he snitched on his own crew and started working with the cops to get out of jail. But when he got out, 6ix9ine turned up the disrespect and started dissing rappers who had tragically been killed.
King Von lacking, Nipsey lacking, Pop Smoke lacking.
Right.
Can't lack?
No, you can't.
All right.
Kill or be killed in these streets.
All right.